What's up, everybody? It's your boy AD, and I'm here to do the Raw review for June 5th, 2023. The highlight for the night was Seth freaking Rollins shines in first world heavyweight title defense. All right, man. Like I'm gonna get through this one. This one shouldn't be too difficult because honestly, it was only like one segment that actually really I felt like was like interesting. But I'm gonna break everything down and get more into this show and what happened, and let's get into it. All right, so the show started off with Seth freaking Rollins, War of Words with the Judgment Day. And right out the gate, this is terrible. Why is this terrible? Because here go, like, where's y'all real threats? Where's Seth Rollins' real threats? Where's his real opponents? Beating Judgment at day up and without no Rhea in them. This is what Seth has been doing since he had the title. You just beat them in a tag match last week with AJ, which made no sense because he shouldn't be on Raw. And why would he team up with Seth after losing to him? It shows you how some of these superstars are clearly super favored and protected. And Seth is one of the main ones. I mean, Damian Priest took the pin in the last match. Like, he literally got pinned. Not Finn Balor. Damian Priest took the pin. You know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden, next week, he gets a title shot out of nowhere. This makes no sense. And then what's so sad about it, Seth is going to win no matter what. And then during this time, they made a big deal, like as if Damian didn't need help from his friends to beat them. And I found here it goes, complete protection. Here it goes. So Seth can't be like everyone else, right? Everyone else, when they fight Judgment Day, they obviously got to go through Rhea, all of them, and they get cheated out. It happens all the time. But for Seth freaking Rollins, nah, he don't have to do with that. He could just fight Damian alone and just still keep his title belt. You see the difference in what's going on here? Like, let this would have been someone else. It wouldn't have been nothing like this. I predicted this before this match even happened. I was like, watch something happen to Rhea and them and where they make it so they ain't there. But when it's other people, they're always there to win. But when it's Seth, nope, Seth is protected. Just like at the end of this segment, Seth was acting so goofy, and then he gets to walk off all goofy, and nobody touches him. Nobody attacks him. This ain't Judgment Day. Anybody else would have got jumped, would have got attacked. But since it's Seth, nothing happens to him and he gets to walk away. That's why I said these new so-called champions that Triple H been wanting to promote is finna be boring as hell. And this clearly was boring and goofy and clearly just set up for Seth to win. But let's move on, because that's not good at all. And then Damian Priest, all right, then we had Becky Lynch defeating Sonya Deville, Money in the Bank qualifying match. So I did predict Becky to win this one, but I mean, this is like a throwaway match. Come on, Becky versus Sonya. But it did feel a little scary during the match because she had Candice there to help her, and she was going to be cheating. And then Zoe and Trish comes out. So that really did make it look like Becky could have possibly lost, but Zoe and them ain't do nothing. Chelsea did try to interfere, but she got beat up, and Becky ended up pulling off the win. So Becky is now in the Money in the Bank with Zelina. Then we had Gunther defeating Kevin Owens in the non-title match. Now, I felt like this was real stupid. Like, right before this match, they showed a promo of what happened with the Usos and them on SmackDown, and they were talking about, oh, it got way more views. Like, yeah, because it's the Usos and it's Roman and them, which I kept saying is better. And here it go, while Triple H thinks he can make Raw better. And then I knew it right after that long promo, even though it made no sense to show it because this is Raw and they're on SmackDown, so why are you even playing their stuff? I knew it. Here go Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn to throw their 2 cents in on it and up talk the Usos. Like I've been saying, they've been having to ride the Usos even though they ain't even on the same show. Like, again, a boring title run. Your new champions, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn's run are clearly boring, and clearly they're protected as hell. I mean, it's clear as day. It's clear as day. It's nothing to get excited about. Just like with Seth, it's nothing to get excited about. They're clearly protected. They don't have any real big threats. And yeah, the Gunther shit happened out of nowhere, but at the end of the day, it ain't like they lost anything. And you see, they made Gunther win in a very weak fashion. The match was pretty decent, something different. But you see, they made Gunther roll him up very weakly after a whole bunch of interruptions. It's like, okay, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because it wasn't a tag match. And also, it's like, here it go. If it ain't the bloodline that the Sami Zayn and them are dealing with, it's Imperium. Like, come on, we ain't, ever since they got these tag team titles, we ain't really seen them fight nobody but Bloodline and Imperium. In the what? Oh, and the Street Profits. Remember when they first got the belts? They fought the Street Profits and beat them. You know what I'm saying? That was it. That was it. And then now it's just been Imperium and them. And wow, this is so fun. Why they still stalk the bloodline even though they're not even on the same show anymore. And really ain't even got nothing to do with the beef anymore. So here they go. They tried to throw in a Gunther match with KO to try to mix shit up. Gunther still won. I don't know what KO is thinking. Then we had Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler defeating Caden Carter and Katana Chance. So, all right. So now you finally bring out your women's NXT champions because that got drafted. They finally appear, right? You know I'm happy because I'm like, finally another black woman on the roster. Like, it's been literally Bianca by herself for I don't know how long. Now we got a new one. Caden Carter. But here's the thing though, you already know they was gonna lose. You know, here it go. This is why it's not really fun watching this. It's like Ronda and Shayna, they just got the belts all easy in a weak fashion. And here we go. They're gonna, and I noticed this too. It's like, why are the more masculine, rough chicks are the ones that's starting to get more praise and put up? Like, y'all know I'm not lying, right? Like your Rhea Ripley's and your Shayna's and your Ronda's and your, it's like your Zoe Starks. It's like you either got to be a masculine chick or a rough chick nowadays to get pushed in WWE. Because this group they're going against, I actually like what they were doing. They actually did better than what I expected. But nah, they lost. And the Caden girl took the damn pin. It's like, come on now. And here we go. All of Triple H's NXT favorites, he done brought back, have been winning, have not been losing anything. But here we go. Somebody who's black that comes in, they got to lose, just like with Apollo. He comes in, he's been losing ever since. But everybody else, this is why I bring race up. Because some people may ask, why do you bring race up? Because, I mean, what is this, a coincidence? Out of everybody you brought back from NXT, you telling me the only ones who actually took a L are the black ones? While every other ones have been winning nonstop? Like, this is why we bring this up. Just think about it. Just like with Damian and Finn, you got Damian who took the pin in that match. Now, made sure Finn didn't take it. Damian took the pin. And then you hurried up and set Damian up in the match to where he was going to lose. Come on, Damian, the non-white person. And then you made him look like a fool by not having him keep his group when he normally keeps his group. And then all of a sudden now he's dumb enough to just accept a challenge when obviously you keep your group. You see what I'm saying? And then set Damian up to lose. Yeah, this might lead into some Finn stuff, but it really don't matter. They might use Damian and them just to cost them the match. Just saying, it's kind of weird. Like, is it a weird? And people can't say I ain't lying because it's true. Look at all the other people that came from NXT. You can't say they have not been winning. They either been winning nonstop or they've been presented in a great fashion. Like, for example, Grayson Waller, right? He ain't really did no matches yet, but notice he's being presented in a great fashion. He has a show. He gets to look good. He has a fake Twitter line that up talks him and and again, he just got here. Then we had Ricochet versus Shinsuke, which ended in a no contest, and this was goofy. Honestly, this match was a waste of time because they're both in Money in the Bank. So why have Ricochet go against Shinsuke? That's just goofy in itself. Just like with Gunther and KO. Like, y'all are the tag team champs. Gunther is the IC champ. Why are you having Gunther fighting them when they should be setting up other stuff? Why is Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn not getting no real new opponents? or no title opportunities. You see, nothing is happening with them. They're just sitting with their belts protected. It's weird. It's weird. Just like Rhea. Here we go. Another night where Rhea did not get no new opponents and still got to get shine and get used. Cause I'm really just disliking Rhea's character. But anyways, Bronson Reed just came in and broke it up. Even though he's not in Money in the Bank, he already lost to Shinsuke. This was a complete waste of time. Now this was the only segment that was good to me, like through the whole Raw show. This was the only thing I was like, I mean, it still was weird, but it was still good enough to make me laugh and find some sort of entertainment. But Dominik Mysterio slaps Cody Rhodes in the explosive Miz TV, and here it go, man. Like, bad things are always happening to Cody Rhodes. That's how I look at it. It's like when I see Cody Rhodes, it's like, man, what bad thing is gonna happen to him? You know, now we're just looking to see if Brock just destroys him or something bad, because they're clearly booking Cody Rhodes like crap. And then you bring him on the Miz show. Obviously predictable what's gonna happen to the Miz, but it was entertaining because Dominik just got so much heat and hatred. You know, he's like clearly the most hated person on the roster. You know, so I can't say that isn't funny to me though, because it's like it's like nobody wants him to talk at all. And then Cody was coming with his comebacks, and then Dominik got the bitching and complaining like, "Oh, you're just like my father. You're like my dad." So it was kind of funny. Don't get me wrong, but here it goes. So this is why they can't help. So they're busy. I knew it. I knew it earlier. They're busy. You know, that's what Damian Priest and them said. They're busy. So this is why they're so busy to where they can't help you. They're messing with Cody Rhodes. You see what I'm saying? The stuff is just pointless and stupid, just to get certain agendas across or narratives across. And what happened? Next thing you know, he slapped Cody and then ran behind Rhea and then pushed Rhea in Cody's way. And then here we go, the same old dumb stuff. This is why Rhea Ripley is getting boring. But people wanted to hate on a Bianca and say she's getting boring. But I ain't never seen Bianca get away with this much bull. At least Bianca had feuds and stuff going on. Rhea Ripley just doesn't even have feuds. She just has easy ass opponents you know she's gonna beat. And she just sticks her nose in men's business all day and constantly can hit men and never be hit back. And she does this all the damn time. But why is nobody saying they're tired and boring to her though? When clearly that is not entertainment as what Bianca was doing. But Rhea, but look, Rhea still ain't got no new opponents. But she's not boring. But she can step right in between Cody Rhodes and be used as a shield. The same old dumb stuff she does. And that's strange how she could do this to Cody, right? But can't do it to Seth. Come on, man. It's like people just don't be seeing what be really going on. And then after that, that was it. They left because Cody couldn't hit him because he ran behind his mother. And then he just got mad and took his anger out on Miz and knocked Miz upside the head with his calves. I mean, this was the only entertainment part, really, of the show, but it still wasn't that good when you really look at it. But it was just entertaining the way it played out in the heat. But Rhea really got to find something better to do. Again, Rhea doesn't get booed. Like I said, why is it always it's starting to look like that for the women's division? If you want to get pushed as in a women's division nowadays, you either got to be masculine or manly. You have to be either rough as hell or rough looking, or you got to be a heel and be an evil ass character. Just like Asuka had to go heel and get weird, but we'll take the title from face Bianca. You know, look what's kind of going on too. You see, or just like that new NXT tag team they brought in. Um, um, I forget their name. The ones that's on SmackDown. Notice how they've been coming in winning like crazy, but notice they're all evil and heel and evil and sadistic. Come on now. Come on now. Look what they did to Trish. Why Trish couldn't just be cool heel Trish like we used to? Nope, she had to go evil and bad and be stuck with some rough, tough chick named Zoe. See what I'm saying? Zoe Stark, speaking of Zoe Stark's defeats Natalya in Money in the Bank qualifying match. Pretty predictable. Natalya wins nothing. Zoe gets another win. Again, another NXT person who's come on the spot, who hasn't lost a match yet, wins everything, and then gets teamed up with a legend. Wow. Wow. And she's a heel, and she fits all the characters I mentioned. She's masculine, she's manly, she's rough looking, she's rough, and she is a heel. Edith Shearer's vicious attack forces referee to call off match against Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. Look how boring and stupid this is. Like, again, okay, you've been sending this Edith Shearer group and they've been winning jobber matches. Okay, now you put them against Cedric Alexander, Shelton Benjamin. You're jobbers. Like, you're black jobbers, which most black people are becoming now in this league. Just jobbers or used for stupid stuff. And here we go, jobbers. Not surprised that they the ones who got beat down, Not surprising, they beat them down so bad. Waste of time. Seth freaking Rollins defeats Damian Priest, World Heavyweight title match. So, again, predictable ending. I mean, the fight was okay, but who cares? Finn Balor came out, but it didn't really matter because Seth still picked up the victory clean and it ass kissery. Right now, get used to this too. 2 Raws in a row where the show starts off kissing Seth Rollins' ass. Get used to that and get used to this. And y'all say these other people are boring and need their titles took, but look how boring and garbage this is and predictable this is. Come on, and protected this is. Clearly, how protected was Seth tonight? He didn't get attacked earlier in the day. He got to trick you, even though it makes no sense, but got to trick you into not accepting your group to back you up. So no Rhea. No, they got used to shit on Cody, who has nothing but bad things happen to him, and being called a bad father, which is kind of weird to me. I'm not going to go into depth about that. And then, now Finn comes out, doesn't do anything. Come on now, beat you. We've been watching Judgment Day screw people over for how long? But it doesn't happen to Seth, though. No. Want to know why? Because he's Seth Freaky Rollins. This is why I don't like Seth. He's terrible. He's not even a good champion, man. This shit is boring as hell. That's why they sitting there talking about how many views SmackDown got. Because SmackDown clearly was better last week. Clearly. SmackDown was better if I'm sitting here saying the best segment was a Miz TV segment. And it wasn't really that great of a segment because it was just, let me use Rhea Ripley again and throw Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley, shouldn't you be going finding new actual real opponents? Huh? Look at Asuka. See, this is why I bring up race. So Rhea Ripley, she doesn't get any opponents. She doesn't do anything. She gets to go and roam and do what she wants and have to not even worry about threats. But notice that Asuka had to deal with all of the Money in the Bank opponents on SmackDown. Notice that. Notice on SmackDown, they literally had all of them show up on Asuka, and Asuka got attacked by Bianca. Why is this not happening to Rhea? Knowing damn well if you turned in Money in the Bank, you can fight either one. You could fight Asuka or Rhea. So why you didn't send a whole group of women to fight Rhea? Why you didn't send them in to divert what Rhea is doing? Why did you send them in to do it to Asuka and then had Asuka on the Grayson Waller show at the same time, which was doing nothing but giving Grayson Waller a boost? And then you wonder why I bring up race. And then people ask, why do you do that? Because clearly it's some weird shit going on and some strange ass coincidences that's clearly going on. But again, Rhea Ripley, she's fine, as you can see. Nothing happens to her. She can even help Dominik win 2 matches. Let's not forget, Rhea Ripley literally helped Dominik win 2 matches in a row against, 3 matches against Xavier Woods twice and Apollo Crews. What is it? Crews? Apollo Crews. 2 black guys. Hello. Look at Bobby Lashley, somebody you know is a threat, somebody you know should be in the title run. Black guy. Notice how he's not even being used, or they just throw him in silly shit with Austin Theory where he always gets screwed over. Notice that. Notice that. Notice that the only melanated person that champion that you have left is Roman. That's it. Notice that too. But and notice how he's being treated like shit and family being turned on him, and they clearly want you to hate them. You think that's a coincidence or what? But all right, guys, this show sucked. I mean, maybe 1.5 because of the segment, the Cody segment, because it really did crack me up. Terrible show overall. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Please hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all guys think, because I do read my comments. And I will see you guys on a later tip. Peace out.